a press briefing where he announced his political comeback. He's coming back politically in Zimbabwe. Let's remember that he decided to take, I don't know whether I can call it a break, politically following Sengizo Chabangu, invading the political party that he formed for the second time, the Citizens Coalition for Change, after recording successes in the 2023 elections. Of course, he won elections as usual. ZANU-PF usurped power because in Zimbabwe, winning elections alone without thinking around how to destabilize the what I can call the deep state is not sufficient enough. In Zimbabwe, not not a person who won or wins the elections gets to lead it. The losers are leading Zimbabwe, and maybe they may continue to lead. So what is the meaning of Nelson Chamisa's comeback? We will actually be deducing this from what already is put on the public domain. Of course, Zimbabweans have mixed feelings regarding this, as well as also political analysts. I'll be also putting my input on the impact of his comeback politically. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So Nelson Chamisa leaving politics definitely left a vacuum in terms of a genuine opposition political party leader with influence. Though Sengizo Chabangu usurped the Citizens Coalition for Change, the manner in which he did it, it was so clear that it was the work of the ZANU-PF. So he was not accepted as an opposition leader. He was actually referred to by Zimbabweans as an imposter, and time only tells. After some time, we got to learn that indeed Sengizo Chabangu was a secret weapon that was going to complement the 2030 term extension for Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. So now, we'll start with the positive. What is the positive impact of Nelson Chamisa coming back? I think I must underscore that we cannot downplay the fact that he still has supporters. Although as much as he has lost some of the supporters, he still have got quite a number of supporters behind him. And it will depend on how he plays his political cards. If he plays them well, he can be relevant, and he has to be very, very safe. I saw one of the ZANU-PF pages saying, our political punchback is back. And that statement is called ZANU-PF Patriots. Yes, they say it, our political punchback is back, referring to Nelson Chamisa. Now we'll be back to explain much about that. Now, we know that it is his right to actually decide to come back politically and form a political party. Now, announcing this movement, again, Nelson Chamisa is almost playing the typical behavior of what he did previously, being ambiguous. For example, he has not unveiled the name of the political party. We don't know what is the name. He just calls it a movement. Yeah, so these are actually issues that they have to work. He has to work on, and I hope that this movement would have a constitution that would be made public, because it has proven beyond reasonable doubt that strategic ambiguity was a political suicide. ZANU-PF was able to capitalize it through deployment of Sengizo Chabangu, and Sengizo Chabangu actually taking the Citizens Coalition for Change out of the politics. So Nelson Chamisa coming back at this critical moment, it depends on what is his plan. Now, what is quite in the mind of Zimbabweans, a pressing issue, is the 2030 term extension for Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. And the question is, how does he intend to stop the 2030 term extension for Mnangagwa? Is he coming to contest the elections? Is he coming to actually fight with Mnangagwa through his judiciary system? That on its own, I would be specifically looking at the strategy. But if the strategy is still the same, he is bound to actually suffer the same fate as it happened before. Now, him coming back, it may be a relief, especially to Mnangagwa. Why do I say so? Because at the moment ZANU-PF was exposed, everyone was looking at ZANU-PF as a single player politically in Zimbabwe, mad with a lot of factionalism. We were scrutinizing ZANU-PF so much, and because there was no opposition to talk about, we could not talk about Sengezo Chabang's CCC. It was an extension of ZANU-PF. So now Nelson Chamisa coming back, as they claim, he would be really a punchback. He is bound to actually close the gaps within ZANU-PF. Factionalism may not be as visible as it was, because these two factions may simply direct their anger to Nelson Chamisa. But while coming at this crucial moment, I think he noticed that if he misses out at this very, very important moment, because this is a defining moment, I'm quite certain Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa's days are numbered within ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF very soon it is going to chuck Mnangagwa out. Of course, he is seemingly in control. And also, on a positive side, Nelson Chamisa coming through, he will also pile much pressure to Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa would not only be facing the Blessed Geza Revolution, but he would have to face the Blessed Geza Revolution as well as also to face Nelson Chamisa. So it will be war on 3 or 4 or so many fronts this time around. So it will be quite really a mammoth task for him. Nelson Chamisa coming through, definitely he would be a voice, a lot of activities. It remains to be seen, really. I'm quite concerned about this time around. How is he going to do things? We will be listening to him and definitely keeping you updated on whether there is something new that is going to do this time around. I'm sure the past 2 years have been years of reflection and actually coming back. I hope that he would do things better so as to win some of his members who have actually lost trust on him because frankly speaking, he is a charismatic leader, but a lot of people were disappointed, especially in terms of what he promised and lack of delivery thereof, especially after the 2023 harmonized elections in Zimbabwe, which ZANU-PF rigged and stole that election. But he was promising a remedy to those elections. Is he still speaking the same language, or this time around he's going to change the approach? So we'll be watching at that. But the news that is coming through is that Nelson Chamisa is back politically. We're getting snippets of what he has said. So we will hope to get a clear picture of his full speech. Maybe because of network related challenges and electricity, that is why we see numerous media houses not having been not uploading the videos on time, but they will begin to surface at a later stage, and we will interact with them and see what he had to say. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members, one heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqobo Mhlabane is signing out. Let me love and leave you.